you folks, welcome back to the channel. Good to see y'all. As you heard and saw in the opening part of this demo, we're talking the JHS double barrel, which is essentially the Morning Glory on the left hand side and then the Moonshine on the right. So it's a Blues Breaker on the left and a Tube Screamer on the right, which is a classic combo. We've seen that in a bunch of different companies like the Kingtone Duelist. There's a ton of companies that have done that dual pedal thing. So let's just kind of talk a little bit quickly about what's on the control. So like I said, on the left-hand side, we've got the Morning Glory. Now, I've talked ad nauseum about the Morning Glory and my affection and love for that pedal. And I'm starting to realize, not that I didn't realize this, but more and more as I do this on this channel and I have more and more pedals come across my desk, it is blazingly apparent that you do not have to spend crazy money to get great tone. So don't think that you have to get boutique stuff to have this amazing tone coming out behind you, because you don't. You really, really don't. So there are plenty of affordable companies out there, and Josh has waved this flag forever on the JHS show and proven it. So I'm just saying, this is amazing. This is two pedals in one, so the price reflects that. You know, it's over $200, but still, I think that anybody that gets this would absolutely love it. All right, let's talk about it. So left-hand side, we got the Morning Glory. We have volume, drive, and tone. And then there is a switch here for gain. Now, that is the red remote option. So you can manually push it into red remote. So you can see right here, the blue light indicates lower gain. Red light indicates higher gain. I actually have the red remote, and I might actually put that on my board to make this a little bit more versatile than it already is. So we got that. In the middle here, we have a toggle that tells you which pedal comes before the other one when you have them stacked. So right now I have it in the Morning Glory side, but we'll flip it just to see what that happens as far as putting the Moonshine before the Morning Glory. All right, on the Moonshine side, we have volume, drive, tone, and clean. Clean is like more of your clean signal coming through. This toggle switch right here, actually in the up position, is kind of more headroom. It's louder, a little crunchy. And then in the down position, it's gonna like get saturated quicker. So I'll show you that too as we go through here. All right, so let's just start off. We'll start with the Morning Glory, because that's my jam. So here's the clean tone. We're going into the 2-Rock Bloomfield Drive. It's a 112 cabinet. It's closed back. There's a ribbon mic on the front from SE Electronics. All right, already I'm very, very happy with that tone. Let me bring the drive all the way up. Very, very useful tone and drive. So you can see, like, when I dumped the drive, it's almost like it gets a little bit darker. And that tone knob too. If I drop that all the way down, actually, let me try something really quick. Yeah, you can completely compensate. So if you want this as like an always on pedal, so like right where I had it, I feel like I could probably leave that as an always on and just compensate with the tone to keep it a little bit more bright. All right, let's go back. I'm going to show you the red mode. I just really, really love this circuit. I mean, the Morning Glory is probably like in my top 3 favorite overdrive pedals. Like, period. It's that good. I love it. All right. Sorry, I got a dirty pot on this guitar. All right, so I don't know. I mean, I think I didn't even mess with anything other than the drive there, but there is a lot of tone flexibility on this side of the pedal too. All right, so let me go to the down position. I'm not really gonna, you know what? Here, let me just mess with the clean knob really quick just so we can see what that does, right? So the more you go clockwise with the clean tone, the more that takes out that overdriven signal and puts in the clean tone behind it. I think that's amazing. I mean, you could really use this in so many applications in terms of studio, live rig, all that stuff. And even again, as an always on pedal, you know, if I wanted to have that clean a little bit higher, I kind of like it where it is right now. It's cutting perfectly right in that sweet spot where I would want it to cut in a live setting. All right, so let me show you this toggle switch. So in the up position, we're a little bit crunchier. We got a little bit more headroom. When I put it in the down position, it's going to get more saturated. All right, cool. There's some fun sounds in here, man. There's a lot of really fun sounds. Okay, so... All right, let's stack this now so we can see what kind of sounds we can get. I'm sure we can get a lot of sustain with this instrument in particular. So here's the Moonshine, and then I'll put on the Morning Glory. Okay, cool. So now that we have them stacked, I have the Morning Glory in first. So it's hitting that, and then it's going to the Moonshine. So let's switch that order, and I'll go back and forth. I'm gonna start right where we left off. So Morning Glory first, Moonshine second, and then I'll switch it and it'll flop it. I definitely prefer the Morning Glory first. There's a lot more openness to the tone. When you switch it so the Moonshine is first, it gets a little bit more compressed and kind of a little bit nasally. Too much for me. Now, some people might love that, but I do not love that. All right, so real quick, let me just switch guitars so you can hear a Strat with it, and then we'll get out of here. All right, we got the Strat. Here's the Morning Glory. Classic Strat tones with the Morning Glory, man. There you have it, the JHS double barrel. It is double the fun, double the love for JHS, and double the excitement when you plug this in. I mean, it is an inspiring tool. Stacking them is great. By themselves is great. It stacks well with fuzz. I've tried that. It stacks well with other overdrives like the Lightspeed and things like that. So check it out. Do not sleep on this pedal. And if you can't, if you don't want to go the full Monty at first to spend the money on this, just get the Morning Glory. It is fantastic. Or the Moonshine. Either or. They're both great. But this layout, this setup is money. Josh and team, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you next time.